Let's go for it.
Alrighty, guys. Welcome to our live stream. I'm glad that you tuned in this afternoon. You know me, your host, Candace Tyler with the Mostest, and I want you to go get your water, go get your notebook, okay? Go get a pen. I don't know. What else do they need, Dom? Their lunch?
Uh, you know, AirPods if you have them.
Okay,
Listen
go.
in.
Yes, go get your AirPods so you can listen in because we're about to bring the facts today. And if you're tuning in, you have tuned in to How to Start a Business Part 1. And I just want to say welcome because I always love to see y'all's faces every single afternoon on a Thursday. But like I said, our topic is how to start a business. And honestly, it can be overwhelming. I've never started a business, but I've watched a lot of people do it. And a big problem I see time and time again is that they just first timers overthink it. They think that they have to have their ducks in their row. They have to have a business plan. They have to have capital. And the truth is, you don't need all of that. When you wait on that stuff, you're delaying your product and delaying your success. And I know that there are marketers out there and maybe even some textbooks that might disagree with me, and that's okay. We can argue in the comments if you want, but you don't need all that mumbo jumbo to see your first success. And yes, getting started is a lot easier than you think. And we're going to show you here today. So I'm glad that you tuned in. And today I'd like to welcome my special guest, Dom Pates. Dom is a digital marketing what are you? Consult here at BizIQ.
Consultant, yeah.
Consultant, there's the word I'm looking for. But he don't just do that. He is also a business owner, and y'all, it's a good live stream. I'm not gonna spoil it, but let's just say we got a good live stream for you today. So Dom, what is one of the problems that you see, I don't know, newbie entrepreneurs have when they're just scared to put their product out there?
I think one of the biggest problems is actually getting started. Sometimes people think that they have to wait for the right moment. You touched on it earlier. Maybe you think you have to have capital, and you really don't.
And rightly so. Like my words, if they work correctly today, you have the right to be kind of standoffish and worried about putting your idea out there. But if somebody's tuning in right now, Dom, they're listening, they're on the hook, they realize they got to actually make some moves to make money. What are the 3 tips that you would give them to get started?
Honestly, start where you are, right? If you are, let's say, a videographer, start with what you have, the equipment you have. Cell phones, the cameras are so good nowadays. You can start with that. Use your resources as well. YouTube, I call it YouTube University. Um, I use it to this day still to learn how to do things, right? And your friends. A lot of friends and family that you have these great ideas that maybe you both want to do, but they don't have the courage to do so. But you can pick their brain and get your references from that.
Mm-hmm. Now, I want to touch on that first tip that you gave us, that start where you are. What did that look like when you were first starting out in your first business?
So what it looked like for me is doing video editing, right?
Mm-hmm.
All I had was MacBook, and I wasn't even a Pro, it was the Air. So that, and then the iPhone 10, I think it was. And I saw all of these videos on YouTube of people making these high quality videos, and I wanted to do that. And I realized that with a couple of tweaks to the camera on the phone and using efficiently the MacBook, I was able to get started and produce those things like they are. And it was using what I already had.
I love that. Now, earlier when we were talking, you said something that I just want to bring up again, that if there is a business owner out there, they're struggling, they have this idea, they don't know where to start, and they need you to give them, like, this is step 1. Like, you have opened the door, you're about to take the first step into your new entrepreneur journey. I don't want to give it away, but you said something about reverse engineering. Can you talk more about it?
Yeah. Reverse engineering. Know your end goal first. So for me, I knew that I wanted to have a video editing business. And so what did that look like for me? What that looked like is the business completed, I'm able to edit videos. That's my end goal.
Mm-hmm.
And where I had to go was a step before that was how do I get to that? Well, you need equipment. Have that with starting with what I have. And then you need your ideas. So your starting point for me was the ideas, then the equipment, and then the product. And so when you work backwards, you always keep a vision of what your end goal is, and you celebrate those little milestones as you get
I love that. I need to come up with a different phrase beside I love that. But you're killing it today. And
there.
if you are watching today and you need help, you're just like, okay, Candace, okay, Dom, I hear you. I need to reverse engineer it, but I can't get my brain there. Comment down below. Give us whatever your business idea is or whatever you're thinking about, and we'll be happy to walk you through that. Send us a message. We really want to be here to be a resource for you guys. You got anything else to say on that, Dom?
Yeah, I would add one thing someone told me a while ago. And use this analogy. Doing a business is if I come to you as a business owner and say, hey, I want you to produce this business for me. It's kind of like a puzzle. If I give you a puzzle and say, hey, put this puzzle together, you're going to struggle, right? Because you don't know what that puzzle is supposed to look like. But if I hand you the box and you see the picture of what that's supposed to look like, now you have a vision of what that puzzle is supposed to be, and now it becomes more easier for you. So transferring that back to your business, knowing what you want, knowing what you want your business to look like, keeping that vision will enable you to progress and move forward with everything. So
And I
I hope
like
that
that.
helped.
Yeah, I like that puzzle analogy. It's kind of like how we work here at BizIQ with all of our clients. We have this roadmap. We have this roadmap to success that we've used time and time again and can repeat results. And we use that as your business model to make sure that we can bring you guys results. But Dom, what do you think
Exactly.
about BizIQ and the service that we can offer to small businesses?
Honestly, I going back to that puzzle, it's just like that, right? So we have a conversation over the phone, and you tell us what your dream, your vision is, and it's our job to bring that into reality, right? And for us, that's the fun part, right? I love hearing people's stories about, hey, I got this business, and here's what I want to do. This is what it looks like. They get excited, and I'm all into it because I want to see you succeed. A lot of us here at this company, like we all want to see you guys succeed. It's not about the money or anything like that. I genuinely want you to be successful.
Mhm.
And in doing that, we have, your own account manager who you will work with. And you talk about how you want your website to look, if that's, the path that you take. And it's just a fun process going through. We're with you every step of the way, and we celebrate those milestones with you along the way too. So there's no reason you can't be successful in being with us.
Yes, love it. Ain't no reason that you can't be successful with us. But I do want to touch on the second tip that we were talking about earlier, knowing your resources. You talked about YouTube University. Give us some more information on that.
Yeah, so YouTube obviously is free for you to look, and you can pay for it to not have the commercials and all of that good stuff. But being able to go to YouTube, you can type in, how to start. I don't know. The thing we see now is a t-shirt company online, right? We see a lot of those. So you can go to YouTube and you can watch how to do it. A lot of those videos offer free resources for you to be able to go to that website, create the store online or your concept, and then come to us and we bring that whole puzzle together for you. Um, Asking your friends too, if somebody wants to start a plumbing business, maybe they have the know-how, but you have the resources to make it happen. Get together, have those conversations, and then come to us and we put you online so that everybody gets to see who you are.
Yes, closed mouths don't get fed over here. Okay.
Exactly.
Now, Dom, we've been talking for a minute here, and obviously, you are a knowledgeable entrepreneur who has seen success firsthand. But how do you know all of this?
Because I have failed many times, right?
It's right, though. Yeah, you're
I know a
right.
lot of what not to do.
Hmm.
Yeah, so Michael Jordan said it best when he said he's failed over and over and over again, and that is why he succeeds. When you're starting a new business, don't be afraid to fail. It's going to happen. Nobody's perfect,
Right.
right? And so when you fail forward. Make that mistake and learn from that.
Mhm. And it's funny that you say like failure is the best way to success because if you ask business owners, typically they don't hit like the home run of entrepreneurship on their first business. It's usually like their third or fourth business that really takes off and hits that market and brings them that wild success. So if you're new to starting
Yeah,
out, if you're taking that first step, just know that you might need to take a few more before you see that $1 million or whatever you're aiming for.
yeah, absolutely.
Now, Dom, if I can talk, I told you it's a rough morning. You given us a bunch of excellent information here. Will you give us one final recap?
Yeah, sure. So what we talked about today is how to get started. We talked about starting where you are and being okay with that, using your resources around you, whether that be online, your friends, or giving us a call. We're a resource as well. Um, and then moving forward, don't be afraid to fail. You know, it's going to be okay. So,
I love it. Snap, snap, snaps all around. All right, guys. That's a wrap for this
perfect.
week. Thank you so much for tuning in. And thank you, Dom, for carving out some time to talk with me today.
No problem. Anytime, Candice.
Alrighty, folks. That's a wrap for this week. Like I said, join me next week because we are talking about how to start a business part 2. And in this version, we are taking your business online. So we are going to be talking to Kia, who has her own small business and she works here at BizIQ. So it's going to be a lot of fun and I hope to see you then. Alrighty, signing off. Bye,
All
guys.
right. See ya.